It's already been another week and we have a lot of stuff to get through today, so let's start with an email from Steven who has a question about getting rid of the EVGA Toolbar. Steven, all you have to do is click into your Firefox, click Tools from the menus, click Add-ons here at the top. When Add-ons comes up, click the Extensions button up here at the top, and then you can find your AVG and just click Uninstall over here on the right, or just disable it, and then you won't see it anymore, and that's all you have to do. And yes, I am on the radio in New Mexico via the web. If you go to our website at helpmerick.com on the third Wednesday of the month, we do have a live show from noon to 1 p.m., or you can listen to the podcast anytime. Emily, I'm not running XP on my computer here, but if you want to get directly into your desktop without having to wait and stop and click on your name, go into the user section of the control panel, delete any extra users that are there in case there is a leftover one, including one that says ASP.NET. If it says ASP.NET, delete that, and it'll ask you to delete the file, say yes. And then lastly, in that same area, make sure where it says change how a user signs in, that it does say to use the welcome screen. If you do those two things, delete the ASP.NET and any other users, and say I want to use the welcome screen, it'll boot right into your desktop. Ron, good luck in the new business. I have not found one tool that does everything, and that's why I think big services like Best Buy and those kinds of things have to use that so-called cocktail. The things that I've had the best luck with lately, and it changes constantly because the bad guys are changing, is a tool called Combofix, and you can find it at my website, helpmerick.com. Just search for Combofix, all one word. And I use it in conjunction with Malwarebytes and Spyware Search and Destroy. And my biggest piece of advice, though, is if you can't get it done quickly in 30 minutes or so with those kinds of tools, you're not going to ever get it done. It's best to back up data and start over. Chuck, if you're not using the fax modem anymore, you're not using dial-up service, you're not using the fax to fax out of your computer, go into the msconfig, start, and then run msconfig, and disable that driver from starting up at all in both the services and the startup tab, and you won't have that problem. Kim, start with checking the obvious. Make sure that the sound is not muted. Double click on your little speaker in the lower right hand corner. Make sure it's not muted. Also make sure that it's plugged in the back of the computer and in the back of your speakers. And if your speakers have power, make sure that they're powered as well, because sometimes the power gets unplugged from them. If the basics don't get the sound up and running again, get a pair of headphones, plug it into the back where the speakers are currently plugged in. Make sure you are getting sound through the sound card. If you're not getting sound through the sound card, even through a set of headphones, then you're going to have to troubleshoot more sound card related problems. Nina, you haven't given me enough information to figure out what kind of email are you using. Or is it web-based mail? Are you using Internet Explorer? Are you using Firefox? Are you on a high-speed internet connection? Are you on a dial-up? I don't have enough information to give you a good answer. Tom, with problems with Windows Media Player, the best thing you can do is just download and reinstall a new copy, see if that'll repair the problem. Or my better suggestion might be to use the free VLC media player from Videoland, videoland.org/VLC. It's a very good video player, free for all operating systems, Mac, Linux, and Windows. Eve, one of the advantages of using Gmail is that you don't have to back up your email address book because it's being backed up constantly for you by Gmail, or if you're using any other online service. If you do want to back it up manually, go to your contacts in Gmail. Once you're in your contacts, click the export button in the upper right hand corner. Then you'll get the export screen, and then you can choose to do everyone or only certain contacts. Usually you probably want everyone. And then you can choose what format to export in. I would suggest using the Outlook CSV format, since that's a pretty universal format. If you were going to use Gmail forever, by all means do the Google format. Export it, save it on your desktop or somewhere on your computer, and then back it up to a flash drive or similar media. Rita, in your case, I'm going to ask you to uninstall both the Adobe 9 and the Foxit Reader. Uninstall both of them, restart your computer, and install only the Foxit Reader. And then you won't have both of them fighting with each other, and the Foxit Reader will provide you with all of the functionality you need to read any PDF document. Tony, there is no printer that will let you print from your 35mm slides. What you're going to have to do is scan them first. Some flatbed scanners do come with a slide scanner attachment, or you can buy that as an accessory. Or you're better off getting a standalone 35mm scanner, slide scanner, and those are going to cost you between $400 and $1,000. Depending on how many slides you have, that may or may not be economical. You may be better off taking your slides into a service like Sam's or Snap Photo in Grand Junction, since you're out there in Cedar Edge, or some online services will do slide scanning as well. Claire, I'm glad you got your computer up and running, but I'm going to use your email as a learning tool for other folks out there. When your computer stops working, it's locked up, the best thing you can do is push the power button in on your computer, whether it's a laptop or a desktop. Hold the button in for at least 5 to 10 seconds. A lot of people will try to push it and let go. Nothing happens. With power buttons on most new computers, you have to push it in, hold it for 5 or 10 seconds, and then it'll shut down. Leave it off for about a minute. Turn it back on. Generally, a lot of those block-up problems will be gone. That's it for this week. Join me again next week for Rick Answers His Email, and be sure to visit helpmerick.com every single day of the week for new computer information.